Hello everyone and welcome to this first episode of Around the World in 80 Events, #The Conversation with me, Matt Lamb, and today I'm joined with Carnival of Culture with Nadia and Steffi live in Berlin. Enjoy the episode.
Hello, I'm Steffi, and I'm working for the Carnival of Culture.
And I'm Nadia. I was working for the Carnival of Culture too, and now we are still working in some other issues, but the event will not happen this year.
So Nadia, Steffi, can you tell me just a bit about your event?
I think one of the main ideas of our event is bringing people together on the street on one certain day. This year we were supposed to hold our 25th edition, which is really huge for us. And the idea is to give all those different people of Berlin a platform, a stage, because the Carnival of Culture is mainly up to 95% made by Berliners from different origins. And they have the opportunity to show the richness of their culture, of their idea of living.
If you don't know the Carnival of Cultures, maybe you should know then it's a street fest as well as a street parade. With street parade, there are maybe like 4,500 participants, and they're kind of do it like voluntary. It's really something from the people of Berlin to the people of Berlin, but also a lot of tourists are coming.
Is about bringing people together for a purpose. Are you able to move Carnival of Culture online?
I think that is not certain yet, because I think the world is really changing, and we have to face the fact that huge events will be forbidden for a long time, and then after that people will have changed. And maybe they don't want to have such close contact. We are not sure yet. I'm not sure about the impact of being physically together and the spontaneous things which can happen if you can touch a person, and the party factor as well. You can party in front of your computer, or maybe we will learn that. But for the nearer future, I'm sure we will have a huge impact on the possibility to understand people from just live the moment on the street, and that will change.
Yeah, without a doubt. It's like there's a huge difference between talking to someone and have emotions and share and all this.
So from your community groups, when you told them that the Carnival of Culture was cancelled, what was their reaction? But how did they take it? Did they think that their culture wouldn't be able to be celebrated this year or maybe for the future? What did they say?
Yeah, we had very lovely replies of our information. Some of the groups expected the fact, others not, definitely not. And we were quite early. It was the beginning of March, and it has to do with financing. We had to cut the huge loss of money, and we got lovely replies, very understanding replies and very encouraging replies. We asked them recently to make short movies, clips for us, about 10 to 15 seconds. And there was only small answers, I think up to 5, where they all were in different rooms, like dancing. And I think some of them have the possibility to do such things, but obviously the majority doesn't.
Yeah, and they also have to deal with other problems right now. I think a lot of people have to deal with that. They lose jobs or whatever, and some people are artists or have dance schools or whatever. So I think they focus now on surviving.
So not everyone's got the technology. So actually virtual, everyone's saying move the events virtual, but actually if your participants can't, then there's no way that your event can, which I think people are forgetting about. Everyone's like, yeah, just pivot. You can't pivot. What do you think your 3 challenges may be?
Oh, it's only 3? Nice to hear.
Yeah. You tell me them all, it's fine.
The concept of our event, I think there might be a huge question about stabilize the kind of people who are in the event, making it, and who are benefiting from it. My fear is that we will change the world like everybody who is able to have a good computer with a good camera, as you see, and who is able to make all those online stuff will participate, and all the others who don't have the ability or the opportunity will not, which is the elderly. Elder people naturally are not so keen to go online. So we had many of them in the event, and we will miss them. And that's, I think that's a great task, and I simply don't have any idea how to face it. And then for sure we have all those financing problems. You know, what I told you about our organizing body. If they don't survive, we won't have a huge public funding, and that is combined with our art of appearance. If we change that, we have to change all those things we established with the Berlin government. And next point, with the Berlin security task forces, and that will be very much work. We were in a pretty stable state this year. We had a nice collaboration with all the agencies and with the government.
There's not many events, I think, that will have partners like that, so that's very positive. Like, do you see it, the streets open and you're back having carnival, or do you think that, you know, it's going to take a lot of convincing with human behavior?
Basically, I think people are really hungry for going back to an event. I mean, even right now, after like a little more than a month, people are like, oh, I'm missing going out to theater or concerts. So I think this is something people will always be hungry for. Like for the audience, I think we don't have to fear not to have an audience. But like Nadia said, we don't know what the situation will be with partners and with the groups and who's still there. And so this will be a challenge. But we also don't know how Berlin will change with all the clubs which are starting to close down.
Wow.
So we don't know. I mean, if this goes on for another year or 1.5, who will survive and what will still be here for the club scene? We don't know.
And there are studies about the music industry and about the artists, the base from the music industry. They have so little income, and it's depending on the gigs, and they don't have any. In the end, we will have worldwide 2 great concert agencies, and all the small ones will die. So we only will have main gigs on main stages, and all the small and the new and the which the carnival is living from will maybe not there.
It'll be very strange this year not to have that in your life, because that does affect you. In the last 8 weeks, we've been told psychologically and physically to be 2 meters apart from someone. So how can we naturally come out of this and forget about that rule that has been drilled into us? And do you think that will be a hard process, never mind getting people to events, but do you think that psychological thing is part of an event's job to say it's safe, it's comfortable?
I think there are differences between kinds of events. I think it will be much harder for huge classical concerts, for a younger audience, which is naturally not so concerned about health issues and about future. It will be easier. Maybe I'm dreaming, but I think it will start with clubs again, but I don't know when.
It's definitely interesting whether there's a certain age range that now won't go to events anymore. So just to now move 6 months, what's your plan to keep in touch? Have you got a plan to keep in touch with your community groups and your performers?
Well, we try to stay in touch right now by emails, and also we have an advisory board which stays in touch with the groups of the street parade. And our plan is, if we get funding or if we know we can take place in 2021, then we want to start in October with doing workshops and all that. But yeah, we try to keep in touch with the groups by emailing, basically.
We do a little on Facebook, but there as well, you have these phenomena, and every time there are people who are engaged in these techniques and other not, and we will lose them. And that was our main concern against social media from the start. And we are far much more in that these days, but it's showing the old problem that we miss out people.
Yeah, I can certainly tell that this is an event that can move onto the virtual platform. You know, this is a carnival, this is a party, and this is on a street for the people of Berlin. So yeah, it's definitely one of those events that's unfortunately been heavily affected by the health pandemic. So I think that's kind of my main questions. Is there anything in particular you would like to add on?
What we are doing right now is we are thinking about right partners to put together a group of street parades, events, which we can talk about what's the idea of a parade in Corona times. Yeah, we did a little conference in last year?
Yeah, last year.
Last March, and we gathered together huge events from the partner cities of Berlin, and some of those people are in quite similar working processes like we are, and it's natural that we talk to each other.
More than ever, everyone's talking to each other, but it's still that whole element of they can't get together physically. So, well, listen, I think I'll just finish the recording there. Thank you so much. That was a brilliant. Thank you once again to Nadia and Steffi for that amazing insight into the Carnival of Culture in Berlin. I did stop it just before I expressed my gratitude in Bagsful, because they were absolutely amazing, and I hope you enjoyed that amazing episode. So there will be another one coming up very shortly as part of Around the World in 80 Events #The Conversation, where we will be going to another country, to another event, to another place. So I hope you join in then. All the best.